Well, we've arrived at our penultimate episode on the Cat 428. As you would have seen from our previous, she is now running. So there's very good progress being made. We've actually gone ahead and put a lot more of the ancillary components on since the last video. So we got the water pump on, the fan hub is now on, fresh belt. Thermostat's in, the manifolds are now buttoned up, fresh gaskets have been put on there.
Air intake on.
So, I believe this episode is all going to be about, does it operate? Now we've got a few little things that we need to wrap up first. Obviously the muffler box got to go back on to secure this rad up. Top hose back on as well. We actually noticed that there wasn't the correct top hose on the machine. And looking back, when we first got it, it was tied into the rad guard with some wire because it was hitting the muffler that comes across the top. So we've ordered a new one from Cat. It was actually quite reasonable. It was about £28. So we've ordered a new top hose. That's not here yet, but for the purpose of testing, we can put the original one back on. We've got this pipe to rectify down here. We noticed when we were taking the battery box off, this pipe has rusted through.
I don't know whether you can see it. I'll put the camera underneath, but
so that was going to be a definite leak there. So I think we're just going to come back to some good material here, chop off, new union on, and we got a new pipe made up ready to go on there. I've got a feeling that is going to be one of many, mind. I'm really expecting this thing to be like the Bellagio fountains when we started up. If you look at the condition of some of the hoses, especially on the back end, they are very perished. So I'm not overly optimistic on the hydraulic line front, but if we can get this thing to run back and forth, everything operate as it should, I'm going to be very happy. But all that's coming up in this episode, so stick around and we'll get right into it. Right.
yeah. Ah!
Off. Happy with the way I did it?
Yeah,
Sorry.
and under my chin.
A little bit cramped there, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you could take that off now, can't I?
Yeah. Tack him on the bottom. Warm enough for you?
Aye, I've had to take my coat off. I think.
I'm going to spot a bother with the video equipment in this heat, to be honest.
Yeah,
Camera's cutting off, the mics are dropping in and out.
We're not geared up for this type of hot weather. What did they say it was today?
Can't
32?
even touch anything. I mean, it's boiling. Even the tools are too hot to touch. But we're pressing on. So top hose is on. I think we lost the audio of the clip of doing that. That's just tightening up the
Bracket for
the exhaust. We're gonna drop the air intake box on here loosely for now. We're gonna put the muffler on it or not?
Well, I can.
Because it's gonna hit the pipe, innit? Could run without diff now, can't we?
I'll get the size of the spanner right one day.
we got a new, I say new. What?
That is hot.
Yeah, don't put your arm on here. I put my forearm on here a couple of times. We got a new, some new rubber, I don't even know what they call it, couplers, donuts. On the
couplers.
The hydraulic coupler there between the engine and the pump.
From America.
Yeah, it come from America. But as you'd expect, Cat wanted astronomical price for them, didn't he? Like 500?
£545 for two.
2 bits of rubber. Scandalous, isn't it? Well, it doesn't make any sense, because some parts you'd think, well, it's going to be expensive, but actually turn out to be really reasonable, and you may as well not even go aftermarket. And then other stuff, like, it's ridiculous prices. This is where you find out the block is cracked and it all leaks over the floor.
I was thinking exactly the same thing. Or there's a hole in the radiator and it's just going straight back out.
We'll go with straight water for now, because we're going to do a flush on this first before we put antifreeze in it. Up to the top, leave the cap off for now, because we're probably going to have to top that up now when she starts up and our water pump gets going. I tell you what we didn't do in the last video, was actually test the oil pressure, so I think we'll do that now as well. I wasn't concerned though, because I could physically see the oil was coming up to the top end and the oil light was going out in the cab, so wasn't overly concerned. But we got the equipment, so we'll just check. Right, so we had to put the pack and the van on it, because I think we got trouble with these battery leads, in all honesty. I think they're degraded, so we need a bit more juice. And we can't put a battery on it yet, because the battery box is still off. That's still under construction. Right, give it a whirl. What's she got? Oh. On the button.
Any leaks?
They just put a drum of hydraulic in there as well. She's still low, but I didn't want to put any more in, just in case we got any serious leaks on the hydraulic system. Mainly from the tank to the pump. I can't see anything leaking out of there yet. Can't see any hydraulic leaks underneath.
That cut out on his own.
Did it?
Try it again.
Yeah. Again.
That's a bad connection, so she's dropped out on the...
You're tying on around.
That's fuel issue, is it?
Fine. You don't know how much fuel's actually in it.
No. Might be wise to have a look at that.
Yeah. All the time we've been starting up. It's probably fuel as well, man. Let's go and get some fuel. Shoot it to a drop of the good stuff.
I got a mobile fuel gauge from Cat, only 300 quid, bargain.
Bargain. Could be bad as well, mate, isn't it? How much is that diesel? How much of that is water? What's the verdict?
Smells like fuel. Let me take a sample a minute.
I think we fixed the fuel issue. So we went ahead and we were bleeding it up, and while we were doing so, I noticed some diesel running down here. Originally thought it was a bad washer under this banjo, but it looks like it was leaking from the union there. So we've nicked it up, and fingers crossed, it seems to be running, well, it's running the best it's ever been. So we'll go ahead and try it now. And for all the saying I've been doing, I've actually got a gauge linked up here in place of where the oil pressure sender would have been on top of the filter housing. So we'll actually see what sort of oil pressure she'll put out now. Book says 5 to 15, I think it is. 5 to 15
yeah.
at low idle, and then 30 to something at high idle. So let's see. How are things going?
I'll leave you to decide. You know, we said we were waiting for hydraulic pipe to go. It didn't take long. And as with all hydraulic pipes, it was in the most awkward place where you couldn't get a spanner. So we've ended up taking the floor pans out, the seat out. There's the culprit. And I think it had already gone because this should be a metal pipe. So we replaced it with a rubber.
Yeah. That's actually the one that we cut up to replace this one
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So give it a go.
Yeah. That in there for now. As you can tell, she sounds a lot better now, doesn't she?
Yeah, a lot
Happier now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Before, as soon as you come off the throttle, die straight away. So, just shows what a little bit of air in the system, being drawn into the system, can do. Right then.
You ready for another pipe?
Take two. Which pipe's going to blow this time? Right.
Oh,
Wow.
we'll have a look over there.
Another one.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's leaking from somewhere.
Whoa! Oh man. The metal one's gone.
Oh, what?
What? No.
Which one?
Hold on a minute, let me get that tree.
Which
That
one?
one. This one.
Oh.
Looks like she'd be having two two rubber hoses then. What if it was our nose leaking all along?
No. Was it?
Could have been.
No, that pipe had blown.
Oh, it was in Elva state, wasn't it? It was in Elva mess, the other one. Right. Give us 2 seconds.
Engine sorted.
One problem fixed, another one to rectify. 2 seconds, we'll be back with a new pipe. Probably a wise idea to check nothing's leaking on the back as well, so we can do it all in one go.
I'd stand back if I was you.
Alright. What was that?
Slew.
Slew.
To the right. I'm gonna call that a bad day in the office.
We did try and be like the Bellagio fountains, I mean, that's every single cylinder has got a leak.
Is it?
Yeah, see slew,
Yeah.
the main boom.
What, pipes? Oh.
Is that quite hard to tell, to be honest with
Holy.
you? That one up there, that does look,
Yeah.
that looks terrible, mind, a bit. Look at it. Right.
He's going to bankrupt me in pipe.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ah, dear.
The only one that's tidy is this one, by the shortest one on the machine.
Oh, I don't say anything yet.
In all seriousness, I couldn't tell. That one is obviously the pipe.
Yeah.
She was leaking with, she loops round. This one I couldn't tell whether it was the hydraulic line or the steel.
Mm. Well, it looks like it's been welded in, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, it does, doesn't it? That line looks quite new, mind.
It hasn't been welded, is it? No. So do you reckon then you go down through the...
Couldn't have gone any better, really, could it? Right.
What was that song?
All right.
2 steps forward, 3 back.
Let's rephrase that then. We'll be back with a selection of pipes. We'll get them fitted. We'll try again. Actually, in fact, before we even go ahead and do that, I know the bucket's on the ground.
Mm.
Let's just see if the shuttle works and she'll try and push back. Let's just check the transmission is
Yeah, we're going to
doing
have to move
transmission
our drip tray
things.
then, aren't we?
Yeah. Whoa!
Number plate
Lost
fell
the
off.
number plate. That's the only thing, the sound on the machine. Right? Well, it moved then.
Moved.
We should go back straight away now. That park is flashing red, mind. Right. The
Could be lower transmission.
Yeah, transmission needs a little
Tweak.
look at, but at least it did move backwards. Did
And
move
forwards.
backwards. I'm not overly clued up on transmissions on these, but maybe given she sat for so long. It probably just needs a good run. We'll see. Obviously very difficult to do at the minute with a bucket down.
Three pipes turned into 14. We've changed the ones that looked obviously suspect, so we'll stick these on now and then we'll just wait for some more to go. Well, the old Cat 428, not content with 14 rubber pipes, has decided to blow some steel lines now. Don't know whether you can see there, but we've got some pinholes in it, and boy does the oil gush out of there. So we decided, because it comes from the back of the manifold, not to do it in rubber. We've done it in steel line. We've purchased steel line. It's taken us a couple of weeks to get all the hardware. They're O-ring.
Bit of a mission, wasn't it, finding all the the Brazing, these mainly, the Brazing fittings for the
ORFS.
ORFS, yeah.
O-ring facing seal.
But look at it, did actually manage to find a company in the UK which were very helpful and sourced them for us.
Purchased a bender. We found out it's not the right bender for the job really, but we've had new dies made because the dies that came with it were a bit shallow. So we've had new dies made. We've bent the radiuses more or less to replicate the pipe, but we've had to go with shallower.
Yeah, they're a little bit slacker on the radiuses.
Shallower radiuses.
Because we were kinking the pipe when we were trying to put such a tight radius on it.
Yeah,
like
it
this.
was flattening it.
Yeah, I can see on that piece here, like it was flattening it. But we have managed to replicate it somewhat. The critical bits are in the right place. This length running here and the distance from like there to there, they are all in the correct places. It's actually not that bad. When you offer it up where it should be sitting, it is not a million miles away, albeit it looks slightly different.
We think we've got a bit of leeway.
Yeah, it is a little bit tight where everything goes into. So it's this pipe here that would run through here, but as you can see, there's a whole heap of other steel lines there that this thing needs to fit or intertwine with. So hopefully those larger radiuses are not going to give us too much of an issue. But what we're going to do now is cut this off at the right length, and then I think we're just going to try and braze one of these fittings onto a scrap piece just to see how it goes. We've never done this before on this type of hardware, so let's have a look. So we've got everything cleaned up. I'm going to try it with this torch first.
It's the method called brazing.
I don't know if it's going to be man enough, but we can but try. If not, we'll have to get the big burning gear out.
I think the solder melts about 700 degrees, 800 degrees.
Not a bit of flux onto there. Ah, that's gone in. Not rushed in it like I would have expected, but the trouble is I don't know if it is being drawn in. There is a good amount of flux in it. It's quite deceiving. It's in there.
And then you just push it around, I think.
And it is fluid. I don't think that turned out too bad. It looks a little dirty. I'm wondering whether it's pulled in some of this steel has got like a coating on it, and so of the fittings, and I didn't clean the outside. My bad. I wonder if it's pulled a bit of crap in, but it looks alright. Providing that we had enough flux in it to draw that solder right away into the joint, I think that's going to be alright. We could do with a slightly bigger torch, I think. Could do with the proper oxyacetylene, but rather than that little hobby like kit. But I think it's going to work fine.
Yeah, they use this for brazing lead and air conditioning.
Yeah, so we've got new nuts as well, look, to back them up with. We get that. Have a go soldering that up, is it?
Yeah.
Slight problem. So the unions, or the new fittings we ordered, looks like I've ordered the wrong ones. Once we got the right diameter here for this 3/4 pipe, I've somehow cocked up on the thread size. They are 1 3/16 inches, whereas we needed 1 inch. Now luckily, the beauty of brazed fittings is they're very easy to get back off. So we just heated this up now, the oxy, got a cherry red, and it pops off. Whereas if these were TIG welded on, we'd have no option other than to cut them off. But it does mean now I've got a whole load of fittings that I don't think are going to be any use for this machine, because I think all the fittings are utilised, or all the pipe of 3/4 utilise 1 inch thread, but it's not a problem. The other end was alright. This ferrule and the nut was okay. So we can see if we can repurpose this one.
We'll have to order some more.
Luckily this one is in not too bad a nick. A lot of the others on the machine, these have rusted so bad that, well, they only got a hex on them anymore.
So you're running around there then?
Yeah. It's been drawn in lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. Around the back here.
Lovely fillet all around there. May have to dress that up slightly because a bit did dribble where it wasn't hot enough to begin with.
Yeah.
You know, a little snob come on that face, but we can dress that up. Right, the other end might be slightly more difficult. This is a lot thicker.
shouldn't there? Yep. Show you where you can see that in the sun. Not this way. Yeah? Yeah, it's there or thereabouts.
Right, hang on. Take the pressure off. Okay. There you go. Well. Go. Let's get this one brazed up. That is mint, if I do say so myself. Look, you'd never know. It's even got the factory cat tag on it. So that is everything back on. I guess we'll go for a start. See what else blows. See what happens this time? I'm standing well back. What a slew!
or something. What? Oil seeping. There's definitely a little screwdriver on it, right?
We'll have a look at that in a minute. That's the first time she's moved in a long time.
Get my phone!
You are?
My phone!
That was lucky.
I don't know what that oil is leaking out the front.
Is that oil leaking, is it?
Huh?
Hydraulic or
Don't know.
steering?
It looks like hydraulic.
Well, she's running, she drives. She's a little bit slow going in between forward and reverse. Like if I leave it stopping up here now for a couple of seconds, when you go to select the gear, she's a bit hesitant in moving forward or back. But you switch, once she's going, you flip between them, forward and back. It engages the gears, no problem. But something we'll have to investigate. I guess the question now then, will it dig?
You are?
Will it dig?
Is that for another day?
Yeah. It's not leaking now. I'm confident enough it's not going to leak at all. But it may be a different story when it's a bit of weight in the bucket. Right. Let's try and do this standing up.
What's it then?
Cut out.
Huh?
Cut out.
Fuel in there?
Go in, look. So I think we're still dealing with a fueling issue, yeah? I think we've still got fuel issues going on.
It's like starvation, isn't it?
Yeah.
I tell you what we didn't change.
What's that?
There's a filter over the other side.
Cleaned it out though, didn't he?
Is there a fuel filter in there?
Yeah. Just a bowl, isn't it?
Is it?
Sediment bowl. It's strange how I was running for a good like 5-10 minutes, wasn't it, before this started playing out again. Perhaps we might have to call it a day then. Can't run it like that, can we?
No. Let's hope we can get her back down there. Was she in 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive?
Don't know.
When you go down there, though, leave your arms up in the air and we'll put that support down.
Yeah.
So if we do have to have a look under there. Yeah?
Yeah. Let's see, Well, unfortunately, guys, it looks like we are, or still have got fueling issues with this. She doesn't want to stay running, so I think, unfortunately, we're going to have to save the will it dig portion of this for another episode. But what I will say is, we'll go ahead now, we'll get this fueling issue sorted once and for all. We've got that oil leak to fix on the front, and we will do a dedicated episode to this purely working. So we'll go ahead now and sort out all the little niggles that need doing, and I'm confident then next episode on this will be purely will it dig. And as you can see,
Plenty.
we've got a lot of substrate that we can play in here, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far in the video, thank you. Support is greatly appreciated, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one.